What's going on, everybody? Get on in here. Get on in here. Let's get ready to have a good little bit of evening conversation, if you will. Oh, I forgot my mouse. Hold on. Let me go get the mouse. It's very important. Oh, oh, oh. Ah, it's very important. You go get the mouse. Woo! I didn't bring my notepad, but I don't know. We'll go get that once we get up and running. Hold on. What's that noise? Oh, that must be that's the lady talking through my headphones. The lady saying my headphones are on. What's going on, Albert? Hold on. What's going on, everybody? Good evening, Lauren. Oh, Lauren, do I got something for you? Let me run through this. What's going on, Albert, Tyrone? What's going on? Roy, Jason, Tactical Bro. Yeah, listen, maybe it was good I started a little later tonight. What's good, CJ3K? How do you think Louisville football team will do this year? I am trending upwards, my man. I am trending upwards for sure. Especially after the coaches checked us on our top 5 defensive list. Should be a good show. Listen, CJ 3 stacks. Listen, what in particular do you think I may be talking about? L's up, E-Knots. Kyler, what's going on? Because listen, if there are some subjects, Ronnie has checked in. If there are some subjects that I need to cover that y'all are looking forward to getting to, please let me know. Because I don't want to forget about anything. Antron was looks like I'm right on time, no doubt. I made a late trip to Walmart. I broke my little porch light, right? I was changing, the little glass casing, dropped it right on the ground, screwed it up. Christian, what's going on? So yeah, I dropped it right on the floor. It sucked. Oh, Bradley, I appreciate that. I had a good time. Listen, Bradley, Jeff Greer is partly responsible for me even getting on the radio. Because I was just kind of chilling, and Jeff Greer kind of reintroduced. Like, most people didn't even know I was back in the city. I've been back in the city for a couple years, and when I did the interview with Greer, people started kind of reaching out. I'm pretty hyped. Listening to that Popeye interview, boys and girls. Yeah, he's going to be a beast tactical. I agree. And like I said, just not only is he going to be a beast, like, here's the thing, y'all. They was hating that energy. They were hoping to hear something in Popeye's interview that they could run with the narrative that he wasn't gonna sign, or you were gonna lose him because he was too good. Did he sound like he was going? Not sure what the title means. Just hope it's good news here. Listen, appreciate that, cool guy Don. Alexis Mobley interview with Louisville. Once she saw the Louisville live, she was sold. Actually, and she follows me on Twitter too. I do enjoy. You could tell she enjoys working out. She's gonna get a lot better. She is definitely gonna get a lot better. Chuck, we did a lot of Coach Coop last night. We did a lot of Coach Coop last night, and we did it on the show today. So, hold on. Nah, listen, I haven't seen any mosquitoes today, but Chuck, I am going to. I may incorporate some of the Coach Coop stuff. But Here's what I'll do. Here's what I'll do really quick. I'll find hold on. Hold on. This was from a couple years ago. Hold on. This is like 2019. What I'm going to show you is from 2019. Right? No, that's not it. So Chuck, this is what I was talking about when they first hired when they were first talking about or hired Coach Cooper out of Florida. I was telling everybody this is a bigger deal than we thought. I went back to an article. Listen to this. This was the article. Chuck, this is the article I found. David Turner and David Cooper have elevated Florida's defensive line recruiting. Florida's defensive line recruiting has gotten significantly better since the additions of Turner and David Cooper to the coaching staff. Again, they were talking about the class of 19, but this is done in March of 2020. And then I just went down to okay, I'll go exactly where we started talking about it. Turner answering Lamar Goods, Spider. Okay, blah 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 blah. I'm gonna find it really quick. Okay, I'm gonna get to it really. I'll be quick, everybody. Bear with me. Yeah, just Cooper was working the social media, working the connections with the kid. Listen, at Florida, at first Cooper is responsible for watching film and staying in touch with many prospects, especially transfers and defensive line targets. I repeat, y'all, this is Cooper at Florida. Cooper is responsible for watching film and staying in touch with many prospects, especially transfers and defensive line targets. After the clock struck midnight on September 1st, Cooper and other UF staffers were allowed to make contact with juniors. Okay, it shows some, Cooper stuff, whatever. Recent commit 2023 star defensive end Justice Boone was the first Cooper's targets to commit to the Gators, as Boone went public about Florida last week. Okay, that they're just showing his commitment. In the role of an off-the-field staffer, Cooper is unable to make contact with recruits anywhere outside of UF campus, but his presence is still felt through social media and text. Cooper reaches out to many defensive line targets on a daily basis to recruit them alongside Turner. Thanks to his engaging tweets, Cooper has become a fan favorite on Gator Twitter, thanks to his jokes and insight on University of Florida recruiting. So yeah, listen, that was a steal, y'all. That was a steal, and Popeye Williams is the first of the steals that y'all are going to see, and y'all are going to see some more. I guarantee it. Let me go back to opening up the page. Let's get Jordan back up here where his props are. Hold on. Let me catch up a little bit. Yep, I saw that. Yep, Chuck. So that's kind of what we're talking about. Good hands, good leverage, good footwork, massively underrated. No one. That's why you get big offers. Skills that they're fine. Gotcha. Today, so I missed last night. Fair enough, Chuck. I just don't want to keep repeating to everybody else. Can you run down some of the stuff the recruits the UK football coach who left was responsible for? Maybe we'll get there because there's some other stuff I want. Thank goodness for Jeff by far. For best show for U of L sports. You're talking about Greer and look at Yaya that Abby tweet about an hour ago. Nice, see me. Okay, you got to send me Hold on, Mike Show, because this may be funny what you're putting. Does Cat West realize how many SEC coaches have been in the Louisville football program? Is it whether it's acknowledged or not? Listen, Maestro, you hang on to that message because we're going to talk about that. And Lauren, I'm sorry, but I got to do it. Yes, I'm happy for Jay Scrub. I am happy as well. Word out of Floyd Street, your football team overall talent defensive side is better than the last 2 years. That's what I'm hearing too. Hate to change the subject, but Dre and JJ are gonna. Great things to come next season. I gotta get mom's trainer on. I gotta get her. Mom's train. Listen, mom's trainer. You jumping in or not? You ready to call into the show tomorrow or what? We want to talk about your feelings on your baby's development. I swear to God, I got the worst iPhone chargers that ever in history. Yeah, don't mind changing the subject, but okay. So then there's that. So Maestro, we are going to get to your subject, but we gotta bring up a couple of things really quick. And one of these evenings, I'm gonna have a good friend of mine. Okay, good stuff. Bob's trainer's in, y'all. Yeah, we gotta set up. I gotta see what her schedule is like between 10 and 12. Okay, we do gotta find this though. Okay, hold on. We're gonna find it. Don't worry about it, y'all. He sent it at 4:15. Hold on. Okay, hold on, y'all. We're gonna find it. Ooh, we sure are. Okay, I'm catching up, y'all. I'm catching up. Hold on. So okay, give me any subjects we need, because once I start playing this sound, we're gonna start rolling. So y'all know what I do normally around this time of night. Y'all know what, man. Real quick, let me get serious for 1 second. Today I had to remind myself that people that are struggling with things in life, struggling with emotions and struggling with anxieties, you forget they jump straight on social media too. Like people who are struggling in life, they get on social media and they're out here like, you just kind of forget that. Like, y'all know, sometimes I'm just like, why are you just trolling personally like that? And today, yeah, like I said, I was in the shower, and as the water's running over me, I forgot, mental health is a thing in real life and it's a thing on social media. It's really, yeah, it's like, remind yourself of that, y'all, because sometimes you want to go off on somebody and sometimes you want to like, oh my, like sometimes you just like, I had to take a step back to say, you know what? People are struggling. Times are hard. People are emotional. Let it go. So I did have that revelation today. Hope y'all carry that good energy. But I did get a new cocktail of choice today. So if you'll bear with me while I make a quick pour. Let's get one of my favorite glasses. A little bit of ice. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get my little measuring cup. By measuring cup, I mean shot glass. Okay. Here I come. Here I come. I just don't want to have any spills. Whew. I'm sweating. Okay. I see people. Okay, we got enough people in here. Hold on. Sometimes you gotta get a little grace, no doubt about that. Get that camera back up. And before we go any further, I'm sorry when I forget to unmute during the show, y'all. I'm sorry. Brian plays the music. I don't want to mute. I get these copyright strikes, and I can't monetize the channel at all if they play any music. So I have to wait like 20 seconds. I'm talking by then. I'm into my thought. Right, Alicia. 100%. Fresh ice cubes. No doubt. Wait a minute. You're not talking about the we'll talk about that. So to catch everybody up to speed. So y'all the news as of late. The Coach Cooper that turns into the big time defensive end. Listen, the big time defensive end in Popeye Williams, who was offered by Kentucky, but nobody spun it into Louisville won a recruiting battle for an Indianapolis kid over Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, Arkansas, Penn State, Michigan State, Minnesota, Cincinnati. Don't waste the time. Cards Rock, what's going on? Listen, Lord knows we don't need a positive story about Coach Cooper having a positive effect in addition to Brown, who is like top 35 under 35 defensive coaches. And make sure you always remind your friends. Tennessee tried to come poach Coach Brian Brown from us, and we kept him. Make sure you always remind people when they're trying to like just overkill on Satterfield or come up with some hating, like secretaries are on point, no doubt. JJ branching out, right, excites the hell out of me. Listen, and we got the confirmation. Once I get mom's trainer schedule, we're gonna have her on the show. See how she's feeling about the baby development. Derek McCormick says, "What's up, Card family?" Listen, yeah, Coop is definitely a keeper. We'll be lucky if we keep him for 3. So, really quick, the new drink of choice, y'all. I've been enjoying this one as of late. The Smirnoff in the blue bottle. The top shelf Smirnoff vodka in the blue bottle. It's awesome. It is awesome. Actually, it's so awesome. The Smirnoff in the blue bottle, top shelf Smirnoff, is so awesome that this show might end up being funner than I expected. Listen, share and enjoy. Tell them. Yes, share. Look, share. Albert, I'm thinking about it too. Yeah, like I said, even the early stuff was awesome. Listen, like, share. Yeah. Again, please if you're on the YouTube channel, please go hit the like button, because again, these hour and a half shows, if I don't get any likes, YouTube thinks I'm just like taking up space on their bandwidth. It's just like, who is this dude just got, has people watching, but they're not liking it. So are they just hating it? Like, I do want the YouTube channel shared. Ironically, it gets a lot more. You're right, Yahtzee. Speaking of Yahtzee, it gets a lot more UK views than y'all realize. I can listen. I got a nice little Lexington, but they be hiding in the shadows. Mm, mm, mm. But I do get emails from Kentucky fans that kind of like say, they might say, I really don't like you, but you are kind of funny, and you know what I'm saying? And they learn things that they won't hear from local media through me. So Lexington, look, Kentucky people know they get a lot of truth from me that they don't get from their own. So there's that. But yeah, it's sad to see. Anthony, it's sad to see it's full of so many haters. I think they just do it to avoid calling them. Kinda. Again, listen. Again, it's hard. Okay, talking about UK is like being worried about being cancel culture. Like, there's even subjects that I won't bring up that I feel strongly about that I don't even bring up, because it's not that, well, with me in particular, it's not the cancel culture. It's, you got to have energy, because people are like social media bullies. And it's a lot of people who got bullied are like the worst bullies on social media. Like, you can always tell who got bullied in real life, because they're the most aggressive in on social media. And again, they'll gang up on you, and they'll just make your social media experience not enjoyable. I mean, not that you really have to care, but social media is fun, and people should have fun with it. You wait, Jordan, you don't have a Jordan. If you don't sign up for a Gmail account and jump in here on, actually, Jordan, you don't listen. You got the Cardinal spot on my page. By the way, the Cardinal spot unveiling is Saturday night. Tonight's Thursday. So listen, I remember, I don't do runnings or anything, but this is my top 5 board. Jordan holds the spot. Like I said, it's week to week. So any support for the channel gets you on the board. Unveilings are Saturday night. Just keep that in the back of your mind. Any support for the channel. Okay. Good stuff. Let me make sure I got everything. Likes. Wait, you had a guy on YouTube today commentate, said you were selling wolf tickets. Yeah. What was his name? Big Psych Albert. Is that who you're talking about? Big Psych was trying. Listen, he was trying. He was begging me to put him in timeout or block him. I mean, just hate. And I saw that. I did see it though. I did see that. I wasn't paying attention. Here's the problem. A lot of those people wish they could be. I was talking to Jonathan Israel today about Jason Anderson. Jason Anderson was a damn good radio host, right? And he made fun. Oh, people are honk and Homer and all that. But when you brought up where he was from, when you brought up his old college, he turned into one of us in a heartbeat. Listen, here's the thing. Radio is easier for us because we can talk passionately and believe what we say. We don't have to come up with spins and try to get somebody riled up. We can talk passionately about what we do on a daily basis. But yeah, Alicia, like, I wasn't gonna be able to do anything else. I mean, I could have made more money and made bigger moves had I been like gentler to the Kentucky fan base. I mean, I could sell out. It's a lot of money out there. All you gotta do is just be kind of gentle with UK and as we said about right, wolf tickets. Who says that? And why you come to my page with that? Okay, I know y'all are looking forward to knowing to knowing what this title is about. Oh no. Don't make a joke like that, Jordan. That's a terrible joke. So this is what we're gonna do, y'all. Let me close the door because y'all gotta hear this. Listen, I haven't heard it myself, but somebody kind of gave me a little bit of synopsis and said, so we all need to listen to this together. I want to hit. Well, listen. Hold on, gets chased out of the chat. Then comes back. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I want to block them, and then I'm like, nah, I'm not even giving this satisfaction. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. And tell me about the volume, y'all. If the volume's too much, I really don't know how to use it very good, but if the volume's too much, let me know. Or definitely if it's too low, let me know.
With a new job at UPS. Join Team Louisville as a warehouse worker. Earn $14.50 per hour plus a $175 weekly bonus for some shifts. Search and apply now at upsjobs.com/Louisville. That's upsjobs.com/Louisville.
Okay, y'all got to tell me about the volume because I have got to hear.
I know they're ridiculous.
Who's got better abs than Jamin Davis?
I know back in the day, David Beckham had some pretty good abs.
Oh, Lord heavens.
I'm just saying.
Mitch, I don't...
What?
And James Strebel.
Thank you for not making that odd at all.
I finally found where the sound is. Okay.
What?
About David Beckham's abs? She liked David Beckham's abs?
No, I just remember like when it was...
Race coverage will be for everyone. Our guy Louis Rabeau is on his way, Mitch, to Baltimore. We need to find out and have him on to break down you guys' pick 4, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
Have you guys had a conversation on
because y'all are going to want to hear this.
Or any, I mean, do you know anything?
Then I'll put that suggestion out. If he says no,
he has to.
Then I'll
You
bend
are
the
a
knee.
curse. Mitch, you're a curse.
Listen,
I want y'all to sit tight. Hold on.
Multiple
I want to hear it.
times how the Breeders' Cup every year, Diener and the boys do a pick 6 or whatever, and they always screw themselves out of it because
there's too many people. You got two people. I like this horse. No, I like this horse. Like, let the expert work.
Here's the problem.
I don't like that. Okay,
that's Diener and Bowl and Blank.
Blankenbaker.
This is Louis Rabeau.
Okay, hold on.
This is different
because I want to hear this.
And you're dealing with shady figures and everything.
So I'm trusting.
Okay,
him.
no 5 minutes of research. Just who we got, Louis. All right, move on.
I agree with Strebel. He says according to the portal.
The portal has rankings.
He says the portal has rankings.
Right, but just put it out there, then, Texter. You can text. Okay, provide.
I don't know.
I'm not telling you.
I'm saying according to the portal.
Higher than who, Louis? All right, move on.
I don't want to miss anything, so I don't want to lose context.
And this is saving me from putting money back into Twin Spires.
Texas says Tainted Meat's a new nickname for caller Emily. Texas says I'm walking the dog, no stomach issues. Okay, well, sorry.
I want y'all to hear
this.
Because I got
Texas says looks like Katie Johnson is
ranked
higher according to the portal.
4 something.
Higher than who?
Severe Wheeler.
Okay, provide.
I don't know.
I'm not telling you. I'm saying I don't know.
He says according to the portal.
The portal has rankings.
He says the portal has rankings.
Right, we'll get there.
Put it out there then, Texter. You can text. If you know how to work your phone, send a screenshot. I want to see it. Now, let's see it. If you have the evidence, then I'll bend the knee. But you have to provide evidence. I want to see it. But by numbers, not the case. Not the case. Minutes, starts, actual numbers and production, not the case, but I'll trust you, random person. Thank you.
You done?
Yeah.
I need to mention this just because it's funny. Diener has sent these to me. You know where I'm going with this? With your boy Dwayne Lucas? Or can I come to Wayne Lucas? Everyone calls him Dwayne, but Lucas told I would absolutely on the throne and move on. Here we go. You almost think the lab, like,
hold on.
It's
Wayne Lucas.
Yeah, Clinton.
He turncoats.
You want.
It's tainted with this drug. These men and women of science.
Hold on.
Pour it down a drain.
That's for down the sick of me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, so we can now
I'm
sprinkle
skipping
in
forward
a couple things before we pivot to other things like your hatred for, a particular assistant coach who hasn't been hired. Go ahead.
Yeah, but Biscuit hit a ball over to.
Did y'all hear that setup? Did y'all hear that setup already? Listen, real quick, before I move forward and click play, tell me, did y'all hear that setup on what was coming? The title is, well, go figure. Did y'all hear that setup? I'll give y'all a couple seconds to get it in. The setup was, I'll give y'all 10 seconds to get in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. An assistant coach that Mitch doesn't like, who is yet to be hired. Here it comes. Enots, Jordan, Easy Mac. You want me? Okay, I will run. Listen, I'll run it back. I want you to hear the setup before Mitch talks about an assistant coach that he doesn't like that hasn't even been hired. This train is never late. This train is
The guy's head, and he ended up getting a triple to where he stumbled into third base.
It's like your hatred for, a particular assistant coach who hasn't been hired. It's like your hatred for, a particular assistant coach who hasn't been hired. It's like your hatred for, a particular assistant coach who hasn't been hired. Minute segment.
No, yeah, that's into softball.
We can get into. We're just sprinkling.
Great sound.
Texas 4379
into softball.
We can get into. We're just sprinkling it in. We're not doing a full 30-minute segment.
No, yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
We sprinkled it in a little bit in the 3 o'clock hour, so we can now sprinkle in a couple things before we pivot to other things like your hatred for, a particular assistant coach who hasn't been hired. Go ahead.
Yeah, but Biscuit hit a ball over the guy's head, and he ended up getting a triple to where he stumbled into third base and did like
Michael Langford, MTL. What's going on, MTL edits?
Just falling over.
Easy Mac.
So he face planted.
Yes.
Y'all heard it right.
And I thought he in my
eyes. Before I go to bed, he's so tired.
He was out by a
Michael
mile.
Said, I caught him today.
Like,
Easy Mac, you hear it?
Like,
because he fell
Easy Mac
by 15
an
runs.
assistant coach that hasn't even been hired yet. You know what's going on, right?
Rummage grounded out, and
it's coming. It's coming, and they're already jumping ahead with the hate train.
That's sad. You guys should have gave that run back.
It's like, you know what? You
guys are liars.
Biscuit may have slipped the ump of 20 as he was falling down. Who knows?
So Biscuit, it was one of those things when he was rounding second, going to third, you could tell that he was uneven and he was going to go down.
I don't know what he was doing. He stopped at second base. And like the guys were throwing the ball back in, and he stopped at second base.
I don't want y'all to miss anything.
Took off for third, and my heart sunk. I was like,
because he was done.
This was our only. I was like, this is our only decent hit of the day, and he's about to get thrown out at third.
I just can't believe you guys weren't even
making contact.
We were
assistant coach that you don't know anything about. You already don't like him.
You could go play.
That's why I'm not making fun of.
Making fun of me.
Listen,
I'm just saying,
I'm not going out there, but I think
the fourth. Listen, think about it. Hour 2, 4:30. They're trying to push it back.
No doubt about it.
To where they get a good audience.
So I thought you guys would be a little better than you were.
You wait for the 4:30 to 5 o'clock time to start talking about.
I'm not good at it.
This assistant coach that's about to get hired.
But at the same time, I thought there would be more scoring than there was. That's all I'm saying. And I would have fallen too.
Alicia, I thought that too. But sometimes I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Man, it makes me sad. Even intern Aiden?
ESPN is going to do a cease and desist on you guys. Texas says over the guy's head. Texas says odor the guy. Texas says Biscuit tore third base out of the ground when he crashed LMAO.
Did he? No, he did.
Texas says Crean split his pants. Okay, what
they're
happened
making
with
fun.
Crean?
They're making fun of guys who got out there.
And said he split his pants in some sort of way. But I don't know anything other than it.
Even this right here. Guys that haven't done anything in years got together to come up with a softball team to have a little fun. I don't know if this is true or not, but the word is there were some people who joined when they were thinking that there wasn't going to be there wouldn't, like when people didn't think they were actually going to make it to the finish line to actually have a team and to join the league, and people backed out. And people that backed out are telling the most jokes and got the most to say. Ha ha, you lost. Ha ha, he fell. Oh, ha ha ha. People that won't get out there.
And he exaggerates.
I didn't see Crean split his pants. I'm not sure that happened, but he showed up late, so he entered the game halfway through.
Well,
so
the game was 2.5 innings.
Yeah, so
halfway through.
So he played an inning.
An inning and a half.
Batting, he hit a ground ball to the pitcher, I think. And fielding, he had a chance at catcher to hit a pop-up, but he couldn't get there.
Mitch is violating right now, too. Mitch is violating. See what I'm saying? Like, anybody who's been on a team, you don't go back talking about how bad everybody was to people who not even playing. Like, that's a team thing. Like, where is y'all locker room? And they wonder why Coach Mack closes down the locker room. Yeah, you wonder why teams start getting tight-lipped. Boy, y'all be violating, man. Y'all ain't learned no locker room codes.
Look at Mitch's head's down.
He's embarrassed.
He is embarrassed.
He's ashamed.
His face is red.
He's ashamed.
Do you want to take somebody down? You said you had 4 people.
Sure. You mentioned Aiden.
Yes.
How he was. How I heard he was the greatest player ever.
Yes.
Like he was Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did like the same thing as me. Ground balls, and then
terrible.
And then
couldn't
couldn't field anything.
So he's overrated.
Yeah.
Well, he looked like it, right? He looked like he could play softball, and he can't, and that's fine.
Well,
I don't want y'all to miss any.
I
want to skip forward, y'all, but I don't want you to miss anything.
He led off for us. And
maybe he saw like the
cool guy, Don.
He was like, I've got to put this game on my shoulder.
Listen,
it's too much.
Patty Ice.
Lauren, are you still here, or have you bailed already?
The analytics guy. What's that? What's that? Is there a hum? No, there was a hum. Was there a hum? Mitch just looked up. I thought I heard. I heard a hum in my headset. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I didn't hear it. No, I didn't hear anything.
Maybe it's not all that cocaine I did in the back, is it?
Is that what you're doing in the bathroom? That's what they used to do in the bathroom at Longheads. It's serious.
What's wrong with? I'm kidding.
I saw some stuff.
Texas says 1 ball in the outfield. Texas says Streble just said he would be the only guy that scored.
No, I didn't. I did. I know. I'm telling you, I'm not good. I'm not.
I love that. I love the guy that always. There's a guy on here that always sends pictures of Mitch in his childhood to the text line, and I always just,
look how happy he is.
That was a great weekend. That was All-Star weekend in St. Louis.
Listen,
it's a fantastic.
Charles, they parents would
smile
nowadays. They parents
look how skinny I was.
You would catch a kidnapping charge for that.
I was a twig, and I was a twig when I was a child.
Twig and berries. That's what I thought he was going to say. Texas says 1 ball in the outfield. You guys should have joined a bowling league.
I would tear up a bowling league.
Yeah,
I'm actually good at bowling.
Okay,
I'm just glad I didn't.
Lawrence here. Yeah, I'm just glad I didn't lose you.
Ago was that?
Like a couple of years ago, like 3 years ago.
The last time you bowled?
Last date I went on, we went bowling.
Whoa!
My drink is Listen, y'all got to try the Blue Smirnoff.
What can I say?
I mean that's
What do you want to do? Let's bowl.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
I can't think. If I went, my wife and I went bowling on.
There's dinner
before.
too. It wasn't like we just went bowling. We went out to eat too.
Where'd you go to eat?
California Pizza Kitchen.
Sit tight, y'all.
Yeah.
Striple's laughing at you. Look at him, like he's a love maker. Look at him.
It's coming.
Like he's the guy.
Like playing all these extravagant dates.
Listen, Michael, the point of
the places like Jack Fry.
Of the softball where I took my dates on was to kind of like outside of work. Like, okay, how much of this is work? How much of this is like really y'all personality?
I wasn't balling either.
Usually those events, you kind of find out
all this money, but
people may not be as bad as you thought. But
Texas says, who grounds out in softball? Texter says Aiden sounds like Cal's most recent 5-star recruits.
That's what I was going to say, but I
Texter wants to know about Greer. I heard Greer was a little psycho out there on the field. He was mad.
Yeah, he was very, very upset.
Okay, it's coming.
He
Y'all
made
sit
his fair
tight.
share of mistakes too.
Hold on.
Sure, he did.
He didn't get a hit. He had some errors.
It's coming.
He looked over.
I heard
the
setup.
Yeah, talked about this.
Nervous.
He looked over his
They're
shoulder.
stalling.
Nick got a hit, so he's good.
Listen, it's getting stalled out.
He could have.
They're trying to catch.
Fielded a little
They're trying to catch all the traffic before they start hating.
Right.
Everybody's just knocking the rust off.
Yeah, I love Nick putting himself
And
in
again,
the hot corner.
I didn't even hear this, y'all.
Nick, you put yourself in right field.
I would
like you just stand out there with Rummage. Rummage just stand out there instead of buff dudes ripping heaters at your face on third base.
I would say Greer and Biscuit are good at where they're at, but we need to fix the infield a little bit.
What is your connection to Birdhead Ryan?
Oh, so my connection, I found out this yesterday on LSL because he was on LSL. Me and Birdhead Ryan were in the same fraternity. And this fraternity has a flagpole that was one of the old goalposts for Louisville football. They beat someone big.
Miami or Florida State.
Yeah.
Florida State.
Florida State.
I think it was
Florida State.
It was Florida State. And
was it the
like
rain
when
game?
we did Rush, that was like a big selling point. Like, hey, because everyone loves that story. Like, oh, you
Right.
stole one of the goalposts. That's so awesome. So we tell that story all the time. I had no idea it was Birdhead Ryan the entire time.
Oh, he's the one that did that?
Yeah, he's the one who did that.
And he put the pole up?
Yeah, him and his dad, he said, put the concrete in, and now it's a flagpole out there in Greek or Unity Place.
Unity Place.
That's the name of the street.
Unity. Okay. I thought it was part of the frat.
What?
Oh, so that's it. It's you guys were on the same loser frat. That's great.
Oh, it's going to be a better
Yeah.
story
I
than
thought
that.
it was too.
Listen,
No.
y'all just sit tight.
Oh,
I think it's coming.
My uncle or something.
all right, Mitch, let's do this. 437-9680. What's going on with you right now in Louisville basketball? What's happening right now?
What do y'all predict? It's Thursday. Look, the hot news hour just opens up. Louisville basketball. We know what's been going on. Listen, Coach Coop out here doing this thing. Brian, listen, all the energy is rolling. What do we choose to talk about? Right in the smack dab middle of the show on a Thursday at the high traffic time. And go. Hold on. I messed that up. And go.
So apparently we're getting a new assistant coach soon.
Okay.
And by Louisville basketball.
Not Mitch.
Yeah, not Mitch. He's not hiring.
Not on
I
the
just want to
team.
make sure so people know Louisville basketball is supposed to get an assistant basketball coach, and it could happen at any point. By the way, Chris Mack just tweeted, and it's funny. It's going to make people mad. I'll get to that here in a second. Yeah, don't look it
I
up.
will not.
Y'all hear it coming, right? Y'all hear it coming, right? Do y'all know it?
Don't look it up over there.
Stay away.
So what's your issue right now?
All right, so the name is Ross McMains. That's been the name for a few weeks now.
Okay.
Right.
Have you guys heard anything about this guy?
Well, no, not before.
No.
It was. But I don't know who brought it up first. I know Maybin and Rummage did. I know Greer did. I know message boards did. I'm sorry, I don't know who was first. It was some of you guys. It was sources, people on the internet.
Yes.
It was Maybin and Rummage. It was Greer. I don't know who was first. I'm sorry, but those are the three entities that have talked about. What's his name? Ross McMahons.
McMains.
He ain't even got hired yet. Coaches are sitting around listening to the radio. Ross is probably sitting around listening to the radio at ESPN Louisville, where I work at.
Maines.
Like what up, Maine?
It sounds like
Maine.
not just because.
Hang on. Don't
About this guy.
Well, no, not before.
No.
It was. But I don't know who brought it up first.
Listen.
I know Maybin and Rummage did. I know Greer did.
Pay
I know
attention to the
I'm
tone.
sorry, I don't know who was first.
Pay attention to
it was some of you
the
guys.
energy on this.
It was sources, people on the internet.
Yes.
It was Maybin and Rummage. It was Greer. I don't know who was first. I'm sorry, but those are the three entities that have talked about what's his name, Ross McMahon's.
McMains.
Maines.
Like what up, Maine?
It sounds like it sounds not just because.
Hang on. Don't. What up, Maine?
What up, Maine?
Do you have any idea what that means?
Yeah, I
Did
don't
you
know
ever
where it's
say that?
from.
Did you
Yeah,
ever
we
say
said
that?
that. Yeah, in high school.
Sorry, but those are the three entities that have
I
talked
really,
about what's
I
his name,
really want
Ross
y'all to hear this
McMahon's?
energy, though.
McMains.
McMains?
Maines.
Like what up, Maine?
It sounds like it sounds not just because.
Hang on. Don't. What up, Maine?
What up, Maine?
Y'all want to know? Y'all want to know what the Kentucky coaches are doing tonight? I mean, they're having a McMain. What up, Maine? McMain. Y'all want to know what the Kentucky coaches are doing tonight? I say coaches. Coach Vince Marrow and Richie Farmer are participating in OVW wrestling events tonight. That's what Vince, the football coach of Kentucky, the assistant coach Vince Marrow at Kentucky, Titans coach, whatever, and Richie Farmer are doing OVW promos and events tonight. Now, I'm not hating on the OVW or anything like that, but you don't think that's if you got that much of a sense of humor, you wouldn't make fun of that over an assistant coach, an incoming coach that you know nothing about coming to Louisville? Do y'all hear this? And again, if you did it to everybody, I wouldn't care. But if you jump ahead and try to, this is bullshit. It's bullshit. It is, man. It is. Dude ain't even got hired yet.
Do you have any idea what that means? Sorry, but those are the three entities
One more
that
time,
have talked about what's his name, Ross McMahon.
I just want y'all to hear this energy.
McMains.
Maines.
Like what up, Maine?
It sounds like it sounds not just because.
Hang on. Don't. What up, Maine?
What up, Maine?
Do you have any idea what that means?
Yeah, I
Did
don't
you
know where
ever
it's
say
from.
that? Did you
Yeah,
ever
we
say
said
that?
that. Yeah, in high school.
Did you say that in high school?
Okay, good.
Well, we're older than you, so I didn't know if.
What's
I
it
mean,
from? I never.
nothing.
Oh,
Nothing
okay.
is that people used to talk.
What up, Maine?
What
All
up,
right.
Maine?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a guy in my.
Screaming on Barstown Road.
There's a guy.
That's what we used to do.
There's a guy in my high school called Pooh Mang. So we go, "What up, Pooh Mang?"
What up, Pooh, Maine?
Yeah, we go, "What up, Pooh?"
That's not what I see, Dieter. What up, Maine?
Anyways, I just know nothing about the guy. And I don't think it's a very interesting hire.
You're done with this guy.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm
you
not a
don't
big
know-
fan of this guy
Why are you doing this?
because
he's
he's an assistant.
It's local radio. That's the drive time local radio. And this is their opinions. This is three guys' opinion on the coach that hasn't been hired. One guy's a Louisville guy. He's a neutral guy and a Kentucky fan. This is what I'm listening to.
So we go, "What up, Pooh Mang?"
Did you
Yeah,
ever
we
say
said
that?
that. Yeah, in high school.
Do you have any idea what that means?
Yeah, I don't.
Do you have any idea what that means? Hands,
McMains.
people on the internet.
Yes.
It was Maybin and Rummage. It was Greer. I don't know who was first. I'm sorry, but those are the three entities that have talked about what's his name, Ross McMahon's.
McMains.
Maines.
Like what up, Maine?
It sounds like it sounds not just because.
Hang on. Don't. What up, Maine?
What up, Maine?
Do you have any idea what that means?
Yeah, I don't know where it's from. Yeah, we said that. Yeah, in high school.
Did you say that in high school?
Okay, good.
Well, we're older than you, so I didn't know if.
What's it from?
I never. Nothing.
Nothing is that people used to talk.
What up, Maine?
What up, Maine? Yeah, absolutely.
There's a guy in my
on Barstown Road.
There's a guy.
That's what we used to do.
There's a guy in my high school called Pooh Maine. So we go, "What up, Pooh Maine?"
So when I send a request to get a coach on, when I say, "Hey, coach, this is Marques Maybin from ESPN Louisville," can you imagine what coaches do? Wait, you work over there with this is a coach who hasn't even come here yet, hasn't even been hired, hasn't been announced. Could you imagine if Coach Mack was riding along and he was just like, let me see what they're talking about on local radio on ESPN Louisville, and that's what he turned on? Mack sat. Listen. Walls, McDonald. Damn. So then Marcus and Steve say, Hey, coach, you think we can get you on ESPN Louisville for a second? Yeah, I'm gonna have to check my schedule. Could you imagine trying to get them to come in the building? Would you this is why Tom Jurich went hard on local media, y'all. I don't care what you heard about Tom Jurich. This is why Tom Jurich didn't have friends in the media. Could you imagine if you were Tom Jurich hiring a player development guy named Ross McMains, and you turned on the local and that's what Ross McMain has to listen to when he's coming to Louisville. Everybody wants to hear the climate. Now, can you imagine Marques Maybin and Steve Brummage saying, "We represent ESPN Louisville. Can we get an assistant coach? Can we get a head coach? Coach Mack, come on." Now, my relationship with Coach Mack is a different relationship. It's not a media relationship. So if I wanted Coach Mack to come on the show, it would be a media, he would have to kind of cross over into the media realm of that. This is why I don't bring coaches on like that. This is why I don't try to set up weekly, sessions, because I'm like, if I was a coach, I would never come on this station. And it hurts my feelings. Like empathetically, I think coaches should always come on ESPN Louisville. But if I was a coach and I heard this kind of stuff all the time, you haven't even done your research on the guy. You haven't even given him a chance. He hadn't even got hired yet. You're out on the coach already. You don't know who he is, so you're out on him. Y'all spent 5 minutes making fun of McMains. I mean, it's just what the fuck? What do you do with that? What do you do with that? If you're over there on Floyd Street, what do you do with that? So when they close the locker room, don't listen, y'all. Don't text me shit. Don't tweet me shit about coaches closing the locker room to that kind of behavior towards coaches that haven't been hired yet. Y'all might think y'all joke around. Oh man, haha. Coach need to open up that locker room. That's why he don't open the fucking locker room right there. Because what if Mitch has to go in the locker room and ask some questions? Does that sound like there's going to be some good questions to ask? Are we looking for material to ask good questions? Are y'all going to ask Cooper some good questions about his recruiting Popeye Williams? Thank God LSL had Popeye Williams. Thank God he asked the question about camps and going to other camps and stuff. Because it was already turning into, and he said it. First thing he does is the minute he finds out he's a good player, you text Mark Ennis, are you going to be able to keep Lord knows what kind of back and forth y'all are talking about with is Popeye Williams going to be there? And I don't care, but what I care about is what people hear. coaching staff, university, local. So now you get 2 hours of me and however many hours of that kind of stuff. Can you keep them? McMain. What up, Maine? What up, Pooh Maine? We ain't talking about Cooper. We're not talking about anything. All your off. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know exactly what I'm saying. Hold on.
What up, Pooh, man?
Yeah, we go. What up, Pooh?
That's not what I see, Diener. What up, man?
Yeah, we said that. Yeah, in high school.
Did you say that in high school?
Okay.
Hands?
McMains.
McMains.
Like, what up, man?
It sounds like it sounds not just because.
Hang on. Don't. What up, man?
What up, man?
Do you have any idea?
Somebody
what
just
that
told
means?
me that I need to go back and listen to this.
I don't know where it's from. Yeah, we said that. Yeah,
I got a
high
message
school,
from
yeah.
an angry person.
Well, we're older than you, so I didn't know if.
What's
I
it
mean,
from?
nothing.
Oh,
Nothing.
okay.
It's that people used to talk.
What up, Maine?
What up,
All
man?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a guy in my.
Screaming on Barstown Road.
There's a guy.
That's what we used to do.
There's a guy in my high school called Pooh Mang. So we go, what up, Pooh Mang?
What up, Pooh, man?
Yeah, we go, what up, Pooh?
That's not what I see, Diener. What up, man?
Anyways, I just know nothing about the guy. And I don't think it's a very interesting hire.
You're done with this guy.
Yeah, I'm
You
not a
don't
big
know-
fan of this guy.
Why are you doing this?
Because
He's
he's
an
an assistant coach in the G League. That's all I know about him.
NBA connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
NBA connections.
Yeah, could get
Like you guys say, well, Louisville in the NBA.
Yeah.
They don't swim in those NBA waters. I mean, he's no. I don't know
Why
anything
are
about.
you
I'm not,
you're
I'm not gonna
vetoing all over the place.
because I want to crush him, but I can't because I don't know who he is. I need to
When's that
get
ever stop
more
you? Let me,
information.
By the way,
about him.
The Chris Mack tweet. You ready for this? Is the emoji with the mask and then the emoji without a mask, like this.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's gonna make people mad.
Like they worried about that.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the video, Mac.
Let me read you this guy's Twitter bio.
I mean, the whole team it ruined their season. I mean,
everybody had COVID.
Yeah, everyone had COVID.
Y'all listening?
Let me read this Twitter
Thanks,
bio.
Max.
This
ESPN
is Ross McMain's Twitter bio. I want you to react to this. Stay smiling, basketball coach, here to learn and stay curious. That's who Louisville's about to hire.
That's no Orlando Antigua. That's no Chin Coleman.
You think?
Stay smiling.
Wait. Here's my problem with what your take is right now. It's not. You wouldn't know.
Cool guy dog. That's funny. That's funny. But do y'all see where I'm coming from? Like, give me a couple comments on this. Like, tell me y'all know where I'm coming from on this. Wait a minute. Something slipped past me, y'all. Oh. So if Steve didn't hear it, he's hearing it now. Steve, you want to comment on what you just heard? Hold on. Go ahead. Cody, I appreciate that. I do appreciate the support of the channel, my man, for sure. Hold on. But Cody, this comment has to stay up for a couple seconds because I want people to know that Steve Rummage is simultaneously either listening or re-listening to this entire fiasco. And listen, Steve has to introduce himself as I'm Steve Rummage from ESPN Louisville. After somebody listened to this. Steve has to introduce himself as an affiliate of ESPN Louisville. Dude ain't even hired yet. Y'all just listen to 5 to 8 minutes of Maine, Pooh Maine. Maine, what up, Maine? Hey, Dina, what up, Maine? Ross McMains. I don't know who he is. I'm done with him. I don't know anything about him. His bio, stay smiling. Do you know how many people I've gotten out of depression with a smile? Steve, how funny is this? Albert, apparently Steve Rubbish has heard about this now. Don't even know about him yet. So he said he wants to crush him, but doesn't know anything. Doesn't know him. Okay, listen. I just want y'all to hear it.
Oh, anyone who they're going
to I just back it up for a couple seconds.
Their season. I mean,
everybody had COVID.
Yeah, everyone had COVID.
Well, let me read this Twitter bio.
Mac.
This is Ross McMain's Twitter bio. I want you to react to this. Stay smiling, basketball coach, here to learn and stay curious. That's who Louisville's about to hire.
That's no Orlando Antigua. That's no Chin Coleman.
You think?
Stay smiling.
Wait. Here's my problem with what.
What are y'all supposed to do with that? What are y'all supposed to do with that? Okay, actually, not y'all. What am I supposed to do with that? If y'all were in my shoes, what would you do? If you were in Steve Rummage's shoes, what would you do with that? If that's what you heard, what would you do with that? Like, I literally would love to know what you would do with that. Because I know everybody says, okay, if I work there, this is how I handle it. It's like I said, this is a huge national program. This is local programming. What is it? 2.1 million? Like, oh my God. Steve Rubbage in the building. What's going on?
What's up, man?
You did not handle it, Steve.
I couldn't, man. Look, I stayed up a little late. I went out and had dinner tonight out at the old New York pizza place out there.
Right.
At the Future Spot, just kind of hanging out, whatever. And I finished up my school. People on here, it's YouTube. I can be calling you a YouTube. I'm taking real estate classes. So adding some new business ventures for when they piss me off enough.
It's important to expand your horizon.
It is. So, like, I am excited about it. I've been doing pretty good. So, I went ahead and
turn down your volume a little bit, Steve.
Yeah. Oh, dang. I got you all the way up. My bad. That's my fault, y'all. So I went ahead and knocked that out. So I'm sitting here and I got done and I was like, oh yeah, but Marques is on. So kicked it on, was listening to it, and like, dang, man. But I'm like, but for real, I'm like, this is why I got in radio. That's why I got in radio. Because I watched this happen my whole life, dude. I watched this happen my whole freaking life. Louisville, look, in this area, Louisville get like, I mean, dude, you hear the way they talk about it? And they ain't done.
Listen, it's more important. Oh, can you hear that a little? Wait, actually, maybe I'll take off my microphone. Hold on 1 second.
You good? Let me know.
I've been using my. Let's see if I can change it. It sounds okay. Better here. Okay.
How's that?
Okay, I turned my microphone. Okay.
Is that better?
Yeah. Okay, it's perfect. So
okay.
So I'm listening to that, and I'm like, wow, like you saying I don't know who he is, what he is. I get 5 minutes out of Maine.
Man, dude. And look, and like I said, I don't know if can you play it while I'm on here or? Oh yeah. You want me to keep going? Like, bro, it gets, because I did hear this part. Now, word on the street is they spent 20 minutes running down where I'm going to move and my lifestyle and stuff like that. That stuff I'll handle personally, off the record. So yeah, that was the beginning. Okay, but rest assured, I am going to handle that. But anyways, it was they keep going. It gets worse. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and play it. Hold on. Let me get back to share. Hold on. Maybe I can't, Steve. Okay, yes, I can. There it goes.
What your take is right now? It's not. You wouldn't know.
Hold on.
Anyone
Steve.
who they're going to smack.
Ready for this? I do want you to go back a little bit, okay? Because I want everybody to kind of know your reaction.
Why are you doing this?
Because
do you have any idea what that means?
Yeah,
issue right now.
All right, so the name is Ross McMahon.
I had to back up.
That's been the name for a few weeks now.
Okay,
right.
Have you guys heard anything about this guy?
Well, no, not before. No. It was. I don't know who brought it up first. I know Maybin and Rummage did. I know Greer did. I know message boards did. I'm sorry, I don't know who was first. It was some of you guys. It was sources, people on the internet.
Yes.
It was
Maybin
and
Rummage. Steve.
It was Greer. I don't know who was first. I'm sorry, but those are the three entities that have talked about what's his name, Ross McMahon's.
McMahon's.
Like, what up, man?
It sounds like it sounds.
Yeah. Mitch just said his name. Mitch just said his name. You know who the hell he is.
Not just because.
Hang on. Don't. What up, man? Do you have any idea what that means?
Yeah, I don't know where it's from. Yeah, we said that. Yeah, in high school.
Did you say that in high school?
Okay, good.
Well, we're older than you, so I didn't know if.
What's it from?
Nothing.
Nothing is that people used to talk.
What up, Maine?
What up, Maine? Yeah, absolutely.
There's a guy in my
on Barstown Road.
There's a guy.
Y'all hear this?
There's a guy in my high school called Pooh Maine. So we go, "What up, Pooh Maine?"
What up, Pooh Maine?
Yeah, we go, "What up, Pooh?"
When I see Diener, what up, man?
Outside of context, that would have been funny.
Anyways, I just know nothing about the guy. I don't think it's a very interesting hire.
You're done with this guy.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this guy.
Why are you doing this?
Because he's an assistant coach in the G League. That's all I know about him.
NBA connections.
Yeah. NBA connections.
Yeah. Could get
like you guys say, in the NBA. Yeah.
They don't swim in those NBA waters. I mean, he's no.
Yeah, Steve. When you
what did Terry have the other night? 43. I can't remember if Terry had 43. What are the Jazz ranked in the West right now?
A lot higher than the Knicks.
Are they first? Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
But here's the problem. When you say NBA connections, you're talking about one of the most powerful agents in the NBA. Where go ahead.
They don't even bring that up. They have no idea. Listen, because look, I'm going to play their game. I'm going to say, you got on there, talked about a dude that you know nothing about them, because they don't even bring up. They don't even bring up the Bill Duffy conversation.
Right. Listen. You told me his Twitter just got cleared. You could go to Wikipedia and have 15 qualifications. But you go to his Twitter. We've been talking about this dude for 2 weeks. You mean to tell me?
Mitch listens every day and cuts our sound every second. They know every day. They know what he does. They know his background. They know that stuff, man. Know that stuff. It don't matter.
We sat there and for 2 weeks said his Bill Duffy connections, who he's worked out, who national team assistant coach, using all his Sacramento player development, video coordinator, all this good stuff. You know how hard you got to work to be a video coordinator in the NBA. You think that's 82 games you're scouting out?
Yeah.
And personal improvement, personal development.
I did 30 minutes almost last week on his offensive philosophy. And I know for a fact Mitch heard it.
So you get all that, Steve. This is what gets spit out. All the information. This is the regurgitation of information.
Oh yeah.
NBA connections. You don't mention one of the top 3 to 5 most powerful agents. Their workouts, their training, their pre-draft workouts, all that good stuff. It doesn't even get brought up.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about him.
You're vetoing all over the place.
Because I want to crush him, but I can't because I don't know who he is.
I
need to.
When's that
get more.
Let me
remember that. Remember when James Strebel said he doesn't know who he is.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah.
Information.
By the way, the Chris Mack tweet, you ready for this? Is the emoji with the mask and then the emoji without a mask. Like this.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, it's gonna make people mad.
Like they worried about that.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the video, Mark.
Let me read you this guy's Twitter bio.
Throwing all that shade.
The whole team, it ruined their season.
And I swear to God, I pray that he's listening to that.
Let me read this Twitter bio. This is Ross McMain's Twitter
is listening to them. Ain't no way in hell, Chris Mack
is listening to that shit.
No way.
Stay smiling. Basketball coach. Here to learn and stay curious. That's who Louisville's about to hire.
Oh, that's no Orlando Antigua. That's no Chin Coleman.
Orlando Antigua and Chin Coleman, who got their ass kicked in the second round, Steve.
Porter Moser.
That's the gold standard of Kentucky. Steve, I was explaining to somebody, you got to transfer from Iowa, Davidson, West Virginia, and Andy said, I'm going to need a transfer from Rhode Island and 1 freshman point guard, and that's all the roster you need to dominate the SEC.
All right, Chester, it's going to be every bit of that and more. Trust me on that one. Look. Some checks you write with your mouth, man. That you don't wish you didn't, but whatever. I'll leave that.
You think?
Stay smiling.
Wait. Here's my problem with what your take is right now. It's not. You wouldn't know anyone who they're going to bring in. Now, Kentucky got lucky. They know Orlando Antigua,
right?
And the Chin Coleman was easy to sell, and they bought in immediately. And Louisville fans are going to buy into this guy, just like Kentucky fans bought into Chin Coleman.
Yeah. I'll probably be the only one who doesn't.
No, and you know that, but I don't have any opinion other than it's good that they have a staff. I mean, they did fill their roster before they got a staff, which I know is a take to be had. But I don't know, man. I mean, people don't know who he is. So, yes, the problem Mitch has now is he is noticing that everyone defaults to Next year, we're going to be better.
Yeah.
And everyone defaults to whoever is brought in player or coach-wise is going to be great.
It's awesome.
And so I can understand you looking at that and saying,
here's the problem. Everyone Kentucky has brought in, Steve, in the last 2 classes has looked like shit. I mean, actually, I'll say this. Since Kenny Payne left that locker room, all their players look like shit. But you know what he said? That's a damn good roster. And as long as they play good, everything's fine. Now you're calling this default. Everybody loves, this hire. Okay. We were saying, Steve, before we knew what coach they might bring in, we were saying, I asked you this question, Steve. If you had a choice between a recruiter and a player development guy, who would you choose? Because of your recruiting and what Coach Mack has been doing, 99% of the population said we need a player development guy.
Because I don't think anybody's all that upset with the recruiting.
Yeah, I know. But here's the problem. Recruiting has been fine at Kentucky, right? When you bring in B.J. Boston and Terrence Clark and those guys, recruiting's fine. So they had two top 8 dudes last year on the team. 2 top 8 guys on your team. And Isaiah Jackson was, God knows what, 21, right? Mm-hmm. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Point being,
5-star.
You had 3 5-stars out of your 5 starting lineup, and your solution is to go get recruiting. Now, what if I said, no, Kentucky, you need player development like we need player development?
Hey, Marques, I'm going to say something, but I ain't going to give the name because I like this guy, man. He's a Kentucky guy, okay? Real tight with the Kentucky program, like the tightest you could get, okay? You know this already. I'm talking to the people on the chat and stuff, and the people watching. God tells me and Marques, I knew Bam Adebayo was going to be good. He said, we're like, yeah, for real, because we're like, man, we love Bam. He says, I walked in the gym and saw Kenny Payne working with Bam Adebayo.
Wait. Stop. Time out. We got to have this conversation right now. Steve, this conversation is between me and you.
Okay.
And we're going to let all the Midnights with Marques Maybin people see a moment, a eye-to-eye moment between me and you.
Okay.
Stop looking at me over the shoulders in these kind of moments, Steve. Because Steve, when he said that and you looked up at me, I was staring at you and I was praying that they didn't see us making eye contact with each other.
I know. It took everything I had. As soon as he said, man, Kenny was working Bam out every day, and I was like,
yeah. Hey, y'all, imagine me and Steve getting this information from one of the most plugged-in Kentucky people you can know. And the minute
a really good dude.
Yeah. So Kenny, so Steve is on the other side of the room. And I forget if he was talking to me or Steve, but as soon as he said, man, the way Kenny Payne, was working out after practice and how much Bam Adebayo could do that Coach Cal wasn't letting him do and stuff like that. Listen, y'all, can y'all imagine how hard it was for me and Steve not to make eye contact with each other across the room?
I was like, man, you're ratting them out right now. You don't even realize it.
You don't. No, you're confirming what we already knew.
I know.
We knew that already. Okay, I'm going to get back to
it. Well, I don't know. But what I would also say is you weren't going to know who this guy was anyway.
At least,
right?
At least like a Chin Coleman, like you brought up. Like Kentucky fans didn't know who he was.
Right.
But then they looked at his resume. Oh, this guy brought in Ayo Dosunmu. This guy brought in, guys at Illinois. Like, at least there's something to fall back on. I just don't know anything about this guy. The only thing I know is he coached in the G League and he coached in New Zealand. And I can't name many NBA players that are very good who came from the G League or came from.
I'm listening.
Sure, he just said. I mean, Kentucky was able to look at Chin Coleman's resume, and they said, I mean, he brought in Io DeSumo, and he brought in Illinois players. So what in the hell did Chin Coleman do? So you're telling me the guy who's been in the NBA as a video guy, who's been listen to this, who's been in the G League, who's coached the Australian national team, who's coached the New Zealand national team, who works out Bill Duffy's players. You're telling me that Chin Coleman's resume, they brought in Io DeSumo and other Illinois players.
So Illinois is the gold standard.
More than what McMahon's resume does?
And again, McMahon's resume, y'all, is on Wikipedia. It's not just his resume is not even on Twitter.
Well, his resume runs point guard for the Dallas Mavericks. His resume is the starting 3 guard for the New York Knicks.
Okay,
that's his resumes.
From New Zealand.
He spent some time in Sacramento, spent some time in New York with the Knicks and Sacramento.
As a video coordinator.
Well,
is that James that doesn't know anything about him?
That's James who knows exactly what we said about him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, was that James who knew nothing about the guy?
Or maybe James, maybe James just Wikipedia'd him real quick, which everybody could have done. James, Andy, and Mitch could have Wikipedia him and got that information.
They didn't need to. They know exactly who he is and what he's done.
It's something, man. I'm trying to help you out here. I'm trying to.
Did you have somebody that you wanted? I asked that knowing that you probably don't.
No, I don't
you
have.
Wanted him to steal someone from Alabama staff,
some guy
or somebody like
who
that.
Recruits at the college level that can get guys to come to Louisville.
So go rate another staff the way John Calipari rated Illinois staff. And it's like, okay, I saw the Illinois had the number 1 overall.
Yes, there's a hint of jealousy in my take, if you cannot tell.
Could you imagine if in the offseason, Coach Mack said, I'm going to use the Louisville bank account to raid Illinois staff, Steve?
Mm-hmm.
They would have said, Mack's a shit coach. He had to go take the staff from a team with a 1 seed to Steve. Could you imagine if Chris Mack would have just went to Illinois to raid their coaching staff?
Mm-hmm.
You would have fired his ass. You would have been calling for his job. You would have said, why don't we just hire the Illinois staff and fire Coach Mack? You would have been calling for his job. If Matt got 2 coaches from the same staff, you'd have been calling for his job.
Right.
Guaranteed.
I can tell. No, I can tell. Look, if Kentucky would have just done, if John Calipari would have done nothing and just stuck with Tony Barbee and Joel Justice and didn't make any changes, I don't think Mitch would have had a reaction to this at all. I think it'd have been like, okay, yeah, whatever. Ross McMahon's cool. But with them going with Cal going out,
I can't get over it.
McMahon,
what up, Maine?
But
I can't get over it.
It'd be great whenever he comes on the court, be Maine, what up, Maine? I mean, that's what needs to happen. You need to get your Cardinal brethren and get that going.
What if Tim Sullivan said that?
I'd fall over.
What up, Maine? I can't do a Tim Sullivan. What up, Maine?
It wasn't.
Ends texted.
Real quick, you want to know what Illinois' last 4 recruiting classes were ranked?
I'm listening.
Now remember, 30 in 2017, 25 in 2018, 69th in 2019.
How long has Orlando been there?
That's what I'm reading. 16th in 2020 and is currently ranked 26th in 2021.
And that's the answer to UK basketball.
Which I want. The class with Kofi Coburn, 69th. Now, what if Louisville had hired them and said, we're touting their recruiting?
And their best recruiting class of actual players was 69th in the country.
Well, no, they had one that was 16, 26, 30, 69, 16, 25.
I'm telling
now,
you.
this ain't football. Remember that. Louisville gets number 20. If Louisville's out of the top 20, we're pissed. We're like, what the freak?
They're making fun of the Super Six because 3 are going to play pro and 3 transfer.
I don't know. What else you want to say?
Losing soccer bets. He says Crean didn't split his pants. He bent over and mooned half of Louisville. Oh, well, that's.
I did address that before you got in here, Steve.
Well, he's got a big enough sack of nuts to come out there and play, don't he?
He does have enough nuts. Steve, you told me people came out there just to see y'all play. Just to see y'all move around out there.
Quite a few people, actually.
It's normal. I mean,
I was in the
we've
outfit,
all
so I
seen
didn't
that.
see.
That's run of the mill. Do you want to talk about the picture you took last night and sent to us?
Sure.
Oh, man.
Well, I mean, it was processed talking to a woman.
Yeah, so they caught me very off guard.
We were very excited. We were excited
I was
for him.
excited.
I was like, dead away process.
Yes.
So
Spitting
I was,
game.
But
I was slugging beers. I looked over and Process is talking to a female, and I'm like, oh I was like, okay.
You snapped a picture, which is exactly what you do.
Yeah.
very,
Snap a
very
picture.
discreetly. And I was like, that may be Nick's girlfriend.
Oh.
I'm not sure. I can't exactly.
Nah,
remember what
we're
she
not
looks
killing.
like.
We're
I've met her
just
multiple
pointing it
times.
out.
I'm a horrible person. I'll admit it.
This
Met her
makes our
multiple
job
times. I
hard.
had no idea what she looked like. And yeah, it ended up being Nick's girlfriend.
They crushed us a bit.
Yeah.
Speaking of making our job
I was
hard,
disappointed. I was sad.
I told Nick that. He thought it was very fun.
you want to know what's funny? I was listening to the show earlier, and I thought that you were making a great point. But I'm not doing this to you. Like it's gonna sound terrible. Like I'm like crushing you here. But I thought, because I'm not the guy that's like, oh man, everything you said, but no, it's stupid. Because I agree with what you're saying. But speaking of making our job hard, there is moments that, like today, that I realized, yeah, it's not hard. Hey, I'm not going to give names. But one text on this phone right here, this phone with my beautiful wife and children, one text. We got a nice little interview coming for y'all next week.
Oh, yes.
That's YouTube only, though. Y'all got to keep that down.
Yeah, because if y'all run back and say, who's the secret guest?
Hey, but I was thinking, though, when you said that, when you're like, you know how hard it is for us to get a coach or whatever now? And look, I was like, they know where we stand.
Yeah, I kind of was putting out there like hypothetically.
But I feel you. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
That could make our job hard if we weren't solid.
Right. No, for sure. Well, it does make us have to separate from that. And look, and the thing is, man, is me and you are team-minded. That's the problem. We're team mentality. We're somebody eats, everybody eats. You know, like, I mean, that's what the team, like, I mean, just being truthful, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm more likely to do, it's us against KRD or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just being honest, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I like all them dudes over there too. Like, I ain't got no issue with them, but you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, hey man, this is art. Let's build this building. Let's do this. And it's like stuff like this makes us have to separate. But I mean, y'all see how we ride for Diener? I mean, dude, I know Diener says a lot of things that some people don't like, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. But I mean, dude, I ride for Diener. I'm like, hey, man.
And his success is good for us.
I'm like, he's good, bro. Y'all chill. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, he knows what he's doing. He's doing his job, man. Like,
yeah, his success is beneficial to the team.
Yeah, so it ain't about them saying stuff. I mean, I tell Diener all the time, man. Some of the stuff he says, I'm like, come on, dude. I get pissed at him too, listening to stuff. But I'm like, but dude, it's when it's but Diener does keep it. If anything,
it's not sabotatory.
No, Diener drives the conversation, man, and he does a good job at it. But it's like, even Ennis, Ennis a Louisville fan, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I may not agree with everything he says, but I mean, Louisville fan, you know, whatever. We may go about it a different way, but I think we're both fans or whatever. And listen, and I'm not saying you got to be a Louisville fan. That's another thing is like
but Mark still got to clean up behind himself in the studio, Steve.
Well, that's another issue.
No, that's a me thing. Don't listen. He don't affect your side of the table. He affects my side of the table. So he got to clean up behind himself. So just so y'all know, keep going.
That's fair. But like, you know what I'm saying though? It's not even a thing where it's like, well, I'm just against everything that's not Louisville. Actually, not. I'm against everything that says they're neutral. Some of the Curry Journal stuff, everything that says it's a neutral thing, but yet it takes a big crap on Louisville's head constantly. You know what I mean? That's the problem.
Spitting the game over.
Hold on.
They're like,
we all did. We're like, look at Prosser talking to a woman. Way to go. Yeah. And then,
maybe Nick had a pineapple on his porch.
A half-eaten pineapple.
Well, but
Max tweet's gonna get people mad.
Yeah, it is.
So is that half-eaten pineapple slick?
Yeah. And you know what kind of position that puts somebody in? Let me tell you, since we're on YouTube, you make fun of the place I'm moving. You talk crap about the way I'm moving, where I'm moving to. Now, what am I supposed to do with that? Okay, here's my options. I can slap you. Like, what am I going to do? Because I'm going to tell you right now, it's not in my DNA to make fun of somebody where somebody lives. So I'm not going to jump on there and go make a slick comment about, well, you live here, huh? You know, like, what am I supposed to do with that?
Real quick, for those that don't know, they had a segment in the first hour of just making fun of Steve moving to Norton Commons. They made fun of saying there's sex cults and swingers in Norton Commons. So
the one that pissed me off the most was that it's the everybody in there is pompous and stuff like that, or like they said everybody lives there thinks they're better than everybody. And that may be the case. I don't know, but I know it ain't the case for me.
Right. The only point y'all should understand is if Steve is new to a neighborhood, the last thing he wants is to bring that kind of commentary with him. You know what I'm saying? Because you already just, you live in a neighborhood, you want to kind of just fit in. And then when somebody's like on radio airwaves, basically saying, oh, Steve is going into the sex cult, or Steve is going into the pompous club. And it just like, it energizes some really negative stereotypes. Like that happened today on the radio. And it's just like, that's kind of tasteless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what happened. Of course, it shouldn't happen like that, but that's just another thing that's
like going to get people mad.
Is it starting to get reactions yet?
I don't know. I'm just looking at it. Looking at it. That's all I'm doing.
The thing with the pineapple, though, is you got to have process has to bring something to the table as well. The pineapple's couple swap, not just you be with my significant other and I don't get anything in return.
Context is in Norton Commons, Strebel says if you leave a pineapple on your porch, that means you're a swinger. That's where the joke is coming from. That's the reference.
Which may be true. I don't know what people do with their life. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, Steve. I'll sneak in your neighborhood and I'll set up a camera and I'll literally stick a pineapple on your porch to see what goes down. Because that would be the best fans only account on the planet.
Somebody just, I'm here for the gangbang.
Look, I didn't leave no pineapple out. Yes, you did.
Like, man,
yes.
Get up out of here, dude.
Yes, you did.
I'm sure I've asked you this.
I'm sure it happens. Look, that's
something
business. But don't tag my name on.
Right. I'm new to the neighborhood. Let me figure out what's going on.
No. It's him calling the mini. No. Not happening. No. Never ever. There's only 2 responses. I'm surprised at this. I thought there would be. More.
Texas says, Mitch slugging beers. You bleep. You had 3.
More than anyone else there.
Texas says McMahon was in charge of player development for the Kings and is apparently good at developing offense. There it is. He's good at developing offense.
Is there examples of players he developed?
Well, the Kings.
The Kings.
I mean,
all the success of the Kings.
I don't know. You're quizzing me. I'm saying you shouldn't be.
Even if it was the Kings, we're talking about NBA players. If
De'Aaron Fox.
If I hired you and put you in charge of developing the players on my NBA team, Steve, even if I just wanted you to develop them so I can trade them, even if I wasn't trying to win, I was just trying to develop my players as capital, which is how some teams run their that's how some NBA teams run their ship. You hired this guy to develop your NBA $30 million players.
Yeah. Luka Doncic. RJ Barrett.
Man.
I'm saying you knew this was going to be someone you didn't know. Like,
right.
or it was going to be that, or it was going to be that bleep Brandon.
I'm still stunned and shocked and saddened that it's not him. I
couldn't hire him.
I know.
Eric Spoelstra
used to be a video coordinator. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Eric.
And every few stars
Eric would. I just can't. It's going to be great.
Hold on. What? Say it again.
Said Texter just said Eric Spoelstra used to be a video coordinator. Yeah. Ha.
Listen, I told you that, Steve. Like,
yeah.
Like,
who's
more?
Did.
Yeah. Who's more? You know what? You know who was my video coordinator in college, Steve?
Doug?
Scott Davenport. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. Scotty Davenport.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Scott Davenport, who's going to be in the Hall of Fame, if not already in the Hall of Fame.
Do you know who Rick Pitino's was with the Knicks?
I'm listening.
Frank Vogel.
There's nobody more locked in than your video coordinator, Steve. Wait. I'll throw one extra in for you, Steve. You want to know who the Florida football coordinator? I'm sorry. What the Florida football defensive coordinator? I'm sorry, video coordinator was? David Cooper.
Gosh dang right he was.
You know where David Cooper's at now, Steve?
I've heard of the guy. I've heard of the name.
He just landed Popeye Williams at the University of Louisville.
And it's going to land Trey Donaldson.
You weren't supposed to say that on air, Steve.
It is what it is. It's YouTube. And it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Say whatever the hell I want at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, I need 45 seconds, but I'll play this real quick.
It's right. Eric Spoelstra. He said, Texas says, if you have an upside-down pineapple in your grocery cart, that's a sign as well.
I didn't hear about the grocery cart thing. I didn't see. There's a whole subculture of this stuff. that I'm not sure I want to dive into, but it exists.
Sounds like you know a lot about this culture.
No, I don't. I didn't know.
I didn't know about Norton Commons, and I didn't know about the pineapple.
I didn't know.
You knew about both of them.
I did know about both of them. I didn't know about the upside down pineapple in the grocery cart. I mean, are there people out there that, like, should I be worried when I go to Kroger and like making a mistake and like putting a pineapple in my cart upside down?
I don't think you get a pineapple and
I
go
like
home.
pineapples.
I don't think, but I'm saying I don't think the Streebles buy pineapple, take it home, and cut it up. I just don't.
Every once in a while,
I'm calling I'm saying once a year you do.
I have a pineapple. I have a pineapple contraption that you use to open the pineapples. When we went on our honeymoon, we brought pineapples back from Hawaii. They were delicious.
Nikki the Boot said we had 3 beers from Process's cooler, then a Bud Light from Benji, and then his girlfriend Janet dropped us off at Roosters, where Mitch, Pat, and Hannah stood us up.
What? Yeah. Why didn't you go to Roosters?
I mean, you guys embarrassed yourself with a 3-inning game.
So
no one wants to go hang out. You guys embarrass yourself.
I also wanted to leave much earlier, and I kept bugging.
I wish I could, Big G.
You said what?
There he goes. Sounds like Ronnie. He said, "Bless their hearts." Like the Muppet Show, old man. Yeah, it's
Big G. I had to do it tonight, y'all. Like this is important that y'all hear these things, so y'all can get some context on what our daily decisions entail.
Bugging them, I was like, "Do you guys want to go somewhere to eat?" And they just kept talking, and then eventually at 10:15 they left, and I looked at this Roosters, and they closed at 11 o'clock, and I wasn't going to be that guy, so I just went home.
They hung out till 10:15.
Yeah,
doing what?
Yeah,
just drinking beer and
apparently they weren't drinking beer.
Yeah, you guys drank 10 beers between all of you.
Yeah.
So why didn't Keith Wynn show up to save you guys? Was he not there?
I have no idea, and he wouldn't have saved us.
No, but maybe he can drive in a couple runs and
make 19
to 5 or
I'm
something
telling
like
you,
that.
some feelings are going to get hurt. I feel like I played my spot onto the roster for next game, but some guys, when these ringers come in, apparently from Jeff Greer, there's going to be some decisions made. Yes,
is that next week?
Next
so he's
week.
bringing ringers.
Who do you
next
think's
week.
going to be cut besides Crean? Pat?
Well, Phil and Rummage played the outfield where
I don't know if you were in here, Steve, but I don't like it. I don't like it.
That's what they do.
I don't like it, Steve. Sad. Hold on. Let me see if there's anything else left on this.
not a single ball got hit to them. So I think they're safe. I'm looking at Pat, and maybe Nick falls on the sword and sits on the bench.
Not Pat.
The two guys who are going to have their entire families there to watch them.
The game, and they're on the bench.
Hannah's going to be like, my man needs to bat once. Everyone gets to bat once in the Tom Sawyer Park C League.
I feel bad. I do.
I don't.
It makes me want to be mean.
I mean, it's a fun soft.
That makes me want to be mean, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, just take in that energy.
Yeah.
Just get a general appreciation for what we bring to y'all on a daily basis. Just the energies that go out and come in.
Yeah.
Not cool.
Softball leagues are about benching people.
Texas says McMahon's New Zealand offense led the Basketball World Cup in scoring.
It's pretty good, right?
Did he coach Ty Wynyard?
Oh, did he? Did he develop Ty? I don't.
I do. I do. I mean, it's a fun softball league. It's about benching people.
Texas says McMahon's New Zealand offense led the Basketball World Cup in scoring.
Did he coach Ty Wynyard?
Offense led the Basketball World Cup in scoring.
Do you want to know something that's interesting?
Ty Wynyard?
New Zealand brought in McMahon's because they were struggling to score the basketball.
Oh, did he?
Did he? Softball league. They're talking about benching people.
Texas says McMahon's New Zealand offense led the basketball World Cup in scoring.
If John Calipari brought in an assistant coach who led the world, who led a team in the World Cup in scoring. Listen, I don't care what fucking university in Division One.
Oh, we can do that on there? We can do that.
Listen, I don't care, Steve.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter what Division One school, Steve.
Yeah.
If a coach came in and led that Division One team in scoring and went to Kentucky, it'd be a fucking celebration.
Yeah. And what I told you is true, is because I've actually done research. New Zealand brought him in. New Zealand, and for people that are on here that listened to the show the other day when I explained the drill, he did that with New Zealand. They brought him in because they couldn't score the basketball to keep up in the World Cup leagues. They brought him in. He took over the offense and they led the score. They led the World Cup in scoring.
Did he coach Ty Wynyard? I feel bad. I do.
I don't.
I do. I do. I mean, it's a fun softball league. They're talking about benching people.
Listen to this.
Texas says McMahon's New Zealand offense led the basketball World Cup in scoring.
That's a good stat.
Did he coach Ty Wynyard?
Oh, did he? Did he develop Ty
Did he
Wynyard?
develop Ty Wynyard? I gotta know. He played on the New
what?
Zealand team.
I'm with you. Look at Mitch. He doesn't like this guy.
He
Come on.
hates him. Look.
I bet this guy has like a badass accent too.
He's hiding his face.
Oh, no, yeah. Louisville fans will love him.
Texas says on to the roster. Texas says making the roster.
Man,
Texas says does Streeble eat pineapple for the benefits? Streeble hasn't had pineapple in 3 years.
I had
pineapple home and cut it up.
I had pineapple last Saturday.
Did you really?
I did.
Texas says, I better not read that one.
Oh. I gotta know if this guy coached Ty Wynyard now.
What are you looking at? What are you looking
I'm
at?
looking at his Wikipedia page.
Okay, let's take a break. I can't believe you guys.
I'm curious. I'm trying to learn more about McMahon's. If we're going to be talking about him,
we're not going to talk about him.
we're going to have to.
We're going to, you know what?
When they hire him, we're going to have to talk about him. And then if Louisville's season is rocky, they're going to be looking at who did Mac hire? McMahon's, and I forgot who the other guy is.
Mitch, what are the Cardinals doing? Because I was trying to signal to you that we were going to go to break there. But what are the Cardinals doing?
They got some men on base.
All right,
There
good
you
deal.
go. All right,
we
go
talk
Cardinals.
more McMahon next. All right.
You hear how they say it too? Because if their season's rocky, we're gonna. What if they're top 10? We gotta talk about them then.
Listen, Steve. He hasn't even been announced or hired yet.
No, but he will.
And y'all spent the heaviest hour of the show making fun of McMahon's.
Yeah.
Swear to God. I think you're wrong, Steve. Mac was listening today.
No.
He was listening.
No.
Tom Jerks was listening from Colorado.
Well, here's what I'll do. I'll end with this. Somebody tomorrow has bigger issues than McMahon's. So I'll see you in the studio.
Later. Thank y'all for supporting this channel. Any of the donations, the Venmo, the Cash Apps, Thank y'all so much for supporting this channel. You really help us have an outlet for this information that gets smothered during the day. So I know I speak on behalf of Steve and myself. Like I genuinely appreciate everybody supporting the channel, because the things we say at night ruffle some feathers. But because there's enough channel support, it gives us confidence to say, okay, we can say what we want to say. And there's enough people who support like something outside of everyday radio to keep us confident enough to say what we got to say and point these things out. Because if there wasn't an evening channel, we would feel like we're under a thumb, if that makes sense. But just coming in here, hitting the like button, subscribing to the YouTube page, like it even makes Steve feel like, worst case scenario, we have some kind of other outlet where there's a lot of people who, like, if they snatched us off the radio tomorrow, we'd have a lot of people in here, you know, supporting the page and supporting what we do. Oh, Beef. I'm gonna delete it off Facebook and Twitter. So Beef, it'll only be on the YouTube channel after I go off air. Sipping on Crown Royal. Cheers, Michael. Yeah, listen. Ask me any questions with our remaining time. Ask me any questions that we need answered. I don't mind. But Michael, I do appreciate that, Michael. Michael, you're in the running to be on the spot on the Saturday unveiling. The support page comes out on Saturday night. So Michael, I believe you're officially in the running, my man. Jordan. Did y'all enjoy tonight's show? I know y'all don't like some things that we got to listen to, but sometimes I want y'all to experience it through my eyes and through Rummage's eyes. I'm glad he came on. Like Steve does a good job of even helping support the channel. Like Steve wants to make sure that the channel's running good too. But did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear, like, I mean, like I said, I don't know how much the coaches listen, but CJ 3K, man, listen, I do appreciate, like I said, if y'all enjoy the show, if y'all enjoy what we're sharing. Again, I told y'all last week, like, Steve was even shocked that I let my real voice come out a little bit, because if y'all support the channel, we can talk freely. And it makes us a little more confident in what we bring to the table during the day. But listen, that wasn't okay what they did. Like I said, if you were moving to a judgmental neighborhood, the last thing on the world you would want was somebody from 3 to 6 making fun of you moving to that judgmental neighborhood. So now it's like people are looking at Steve like he's bringing, jokesters and pranksters to the neighborhood. I really felt bad for Steve today when he had to listen to them making fun of the neighborhood he's moving to. Because again, you got to think, y'all, coaches call if they disagree with something we're saying. Coaches debate with us off the air about what we say. So when y'all are listening, there's a coach sitting in his office making phone calls to recruits, listening too. And if we're like way off base or something, the coaches call and be like, I mean, it's lighthearted, but the coaches will say, you're wrong about, so and so, so. So it's almost like Steve and myself are like assistant coaches debating who's better on the team because the coaches respect our athlete IQ. So this is real stuff, y'all. Like, this is not just like made up. Alicia, that's fine. Again, Cash App, Venmo, Super Chat. Just again, any way you want to support the channel, the message that you support the channel is more important than the amount, But like I said, it does keep us here. It does keep us feeling like we can talk openly. When you show how much you support the channel, when you show how important it is to you, we're like, okay, we can be here every night and we can say what we need to say on a nightly basis and not feel like we're not going to have a platform if we say something that somebody doesn't like. So, just putting that. But Alicia, thought that counts. Don't worry about it. Yeah, but that's what it sounds like. Cool guy Don, I do appreciate that, man. Stay smiling. I know, right? Like that's a bad thing. That's a bad thing. An assistant coach who works on national teams and led a national team to the leading scoring team in the World Cup. You can't find a stat like that. That means you're not looking. You're laughing at Stay Smiling on an assistant coach. But not one time have they ever brought up Illinois as a 1 seed lost to Loyola Chicago. Y'all didn't bring none of that up. Did it feel personal, Big G? Did that feel personal to you? I don't know, but I hope y'all enjoyed it. Like I said, I hope y'all appreciate it. Like I said, please support the channel anyway. The banner lets y'all know how to support the channel. I'll be here tomorrow night. I'll be on the show. Middays with Marques, Maybin, 10 o'clock. Steve will have the energy. He'll have the same energy. But I just wanted to share this with y'all. So I want y'all to know sometimes when y'all want us to answer, it's like it's not good to just get in the back and forth. Because how do you fight something like that? How do you fight when they say, I don't know anything about them, but I don't like them? Like, how do you support Louisville's program if that's what you hear? I can't argue with somebody who says, I don't know anything about this guy. So I don't want y'all to get mad at me if I'm not like intensely answering other people. Listen, Lauren, you heard it. What more can I say, y'all? And here's the thing. I think they're talented. I think they're talented radio hosts, but their agenda of anti-Louisville is what I got a problem with, and I'm allowed to have a problem with that. Because if you can be okay with being anti-Louisville, but not anti-Kentucky, we got a problem. That Louisville is an organization I belong to in the sports department, and I am on the Dean's Council for the Department of Arts and Sciences. And for me to let somebody just trash the university's reputation on a daily basis is unacceptable. Yet, Tom Jurich represented the university. He had a problem with people trashing the university for no reason. Making fun of the name of a coach that you don't even know anything about is tarnishing the local impression of the university. You're allowed to fight back on that. In my opinion, and in Rummage's opinion. And Rummage is dead ass serious when he says he really wanted to get on the radio because listening to the radio and dealing with McMahon, like he literally got into radio because the McMahon joke is not okay. Yeah, and at the end of the day, you go back to just working hard. Appreciate it, CJ3K. It's not worth it, but yeah, go to bed. It's not worth it, but you can't just stay silent. Roy, I appreciate it. Again, I appreciate everybody who supports the channel. Thank y'all so much, so much, so much. Again, it's not the amount. I will be setting up the top 5 by Saturday. So any donations makes the list. And listen, and if you want a logo, you can listen. If you donate and you think you're gonna make the top 5, send your logo too. I'll put your logo right by your name. Jordan got the Cardinal logo, but we'll move forward from there. We'll have a little bit of fun with this. For anybody who supports the channel, appreciate y'all for hanging out. I know, like I said, we went a long time. I appreciate it. I'm sorry if I took up your whole night. I hope you sleep well in the morning. Have some warm lime water. It'll make you feel 1,000 times better. Good night, y'all. Enjoy. And thanks for hanging